compile it, it becomes a binary code. So both the binary code and the original program what we have written is called just the programs. When we start executing this code, the original code or the binary code, we call it as a process. So process is nothing like a program in execution. So when we look into the memory part of the process, we will have the 4 parts. One is the text part, the next one is data, after that we have key, then we have stack. So the text part will contain the actual program what you are going to write, will have the text, whatever you write in as a program, you will have in the text part. The data part, you will have the global variables assigned to this process, and heap stores the dynamically allocated runtime variables. It will be storing it in the heap, whereas the stack contains the function parameters like that part all will be having in the stack. So this is the process how it looks in the memory part of it. So now I would like to ask you what are the different process states available.
So now we are here to see the first state, new state. Here the process will be created. First of all, a process which is need to be executed. First it need to be created. So in this new state, the process will be created.
So the next step after the new state will be ready state. First of all, we will need to create a process. After creating a process, that process needs some resources for its execution. Even though it has its own resources, it needs the CPU's availability. So what does ready state defines is that where a process is prepared, but it is waiting for the CPU's availability, which means the process has all its resources and is loaded into the main memory, but it is actively waiting for the CPU's utilization.
So hello everyone, I am here to explain about what is meant by a running state. As we know that in operating systems there are various kinds of states like new state, ready state, running state and terminated state. In this I am going to explain about what is meant by a running state. A running state is nothing but a state in which operating systems if the process is currently being executed by the CPU in the course. And the currently running state has access to all the resources in the CPU. Thank you.
So next, in between the ready state and then running state, that is in between the waiting state. So in this waiting state, the IO event to be occurred. If, for example, disk, we want to access this disk information. So when we access this, the disk is in read. So when we access the disk, if the resource does not available at the time because it waiting process occurs. So it's waiting for indefinitely. So this waiting process we can implement it. We can implement here multitasking and also we want to improve the multitasking performance. How means when the resource is not available, it would take the ready. Once the resource is available, then the process will be running. So by this waiting, we can easily optimize the CPU resources, and also it also helps in data prevention.
So at last we are going to see about the terminate state, where the process is created, ready to execute and running. At last it comes to the terminate state. It is also known as end state. Before we conclude, we will be I'll say one example based on a real life. So let's take a character named Alex. Alex is we will here are different types of states. We will be taking a new state as a bank. Alex is entering into the bank and is getting his resources. After getting his resources, he is ready to run his he is ready to apply his forms or give his challan to the banker. After giving the challan to the banker, that banker will be running the process. If any interruption or any correction needs to be done, that he will be waiting in this state. After all the correction, he will be going again to the ready state and be running. And after